Good morning. It is about 6:45. Just got done walking with my pops. Had a cup of coffee. Kids are just getting up, getting ready for school, and I'm just sitting out here in our little backyard area, listening to the woods wake up, listening to the birds. Crickets still chirping a little bit. Starting to get a little light out. Let me show you our backyard area. This is so nice. We had a tent my mom gave me, or bought for us, I think. And we had it on our front porch. And then we had some friends over for a baseball party one evening, and decided to move it to the back. Got a little. I'll show you the inside here in a minute, but then my cousin had these strands of lights that he had going from his house to his lake, and I thought those were cool, so I bought me a couple strands, and so they go from the tent up to the trees and make a little circle here, and we got a little sitting area, a little fire pit right back there. Has a big tree sticking out of it because I had chopped down a dead tree, and I was cutting it up yesterday because Ian was mowing. So just getting the sticks picked up, so we got a nice little fire. It is nice 70 degrees here in August in Indiana. It has been a mild August, wet August. Actually, usually the grass here is usually dead by this time of year, or turning, and it has been lush, green, and growing. So I guess that's good for the people that mow for a living. Not kind of so good for us. Ian had to mow our yard all day yesterday because I had to mow my mom and dad's. We've been mowing mom and dad's for the last couple years. And whoopsie. And so, yeah, I had to mow that 2 days ago by myself. We make a little bit of money, but doing that anyway. Thought I would come on here. This is one of my first videos. As I said, I'm thinking about doing like a blog thing. I don't know if I'm gonna try to monetize it. It doesn't matter. I probably won't. I don't know if anybody really wants to watch me talk. I'm really not much of a talker. Have several friends. My wife, she goes live quite a bit now on Facebook. She's been baking cookies. One of Shelby's friends came over one time a couple months ago and started baking some cookies with her one night. Got her into baking cookies, and now she started her little business. And so every time she bakes cookies, she goes live there in our kitchen. And so she's been doing that. She came up with a name for it. She actually had people suggest names, and then me and her and my mother-in-law picked 3 of the ones we liked, and then we had people vote on them, and it ended up becoming the Owl's Nest. And if you know my wife, you understand why she named it the Owl's Nest. She has an owl fetish, and has for the last 5-6 years. And she has owls everywhere in our house. And so, it just fit. She had some friends that owns a little shop. This is inside of our little tent here. Our little tent. It's got some furniture, a little outside rug, and it goes into our bedroom right there. Door's open. So, yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, Tracy's been going live quite a bit. I have thought about it. I'm just not. I don't really like like most people, don't like speaking live in front of people, even though when you're in front of a camera, it's people watching virtually, it's not there in front of you. But, you know, there's been several times, the small church we go to, the format's kind of an open format, and I've gave a few messages a time or two, and it never fails. It seems like every time no matter how much I prepare, and the Spirit prepares me, and I have notes, I get up there and I just seem like I freeze up, get nervous, and usually only about half of what I felt like I was supposed to talk about comes out. It's so yeah, that's why I'd rather just, for now at least, record videos and then upload them. And so yeah, I wanted to start this vlog. I'm going to try to keep the videos short, maybe like 10-12 minutes, 15. I was thinking 12 minutes because 12 has been my favorite number ever since school. It's been I'm a big, I played played sports in high school, still play sports. My sister played sports. My number was 12 all going through high school, and even on past that. And my sister's number was 12, and my son's number has been 12. He's a freshman in high school now. And so yeah, 12 minutes seems like a good, not too short, not too long. I know people want to watch something. That's a good time span. Unless you're like me and you have a job, you sit at a desk all day, don't really talk to too many people, then you usually put on a podcast and listen to it in the background, and then that's when longer videos. I used to listen to podcasts because I'm a computer programmer, technician, consultant, do a little bit of everything. And so I got into, back in maybe starting in 2012, 2013, I found this guy, Eli the Computer Guy. And I'm sure you people may know him. He has almost 1 million subscribers, I think, on his YouTube channel, and his Failed Normal. I don't know how many he has that. And he's kind of the one who inspired me a little bit to go ahead and start doing this. I thought I might be able to do that, and it'd be good for me. It's good for me to be good for anyone, really, to just talk. You know, you could go to a therapist or shrink or whatever you want to call it, and you can pay them. You can pay them $100 or $150 an hour to basically talk to somebody, or you can pull up your camera and you can talk to yourself. And I started doing that a couple years ago. I started just recording personal video logs for myself, and that actually helps. That's a form of therapy, and it really helps. You know, especially if you're depressed or you're a little depressed, that does help. And that'll be another topic that I'll get into. If you know mine and my wife's situation for the past 5 or 6 years, I have really went through some very bad bouts of depression, and just, we have been kicked so many times, so many times in the last 6 years. And I'll go into that too. We have so many stories. You know, my wife has been battling a rare cancer for the last 5-6 years, and it is just a miracle, amazing where she is at now compared to where she was at 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, so I'll get into that. Different things. I'll probably put some things on here. I've got some videos already of me on my job doing some of the things that I do, as far as like PC repair or network cabling. Maybe I'll record some while I'm sitting there coding, do a lot of coding. Our main niche in our business, I work with my dad. He's been working on this since the late 70s. Had our business since 1982. 1982. And our main business is we do software and code and maintenance for IBM's not mainframe, but mid-range system. Most people would know it as an AS400. It's went through name changes over the years, I-Series, and now they call it the IBM I, which would have been a good URL for our business. Now we always try to get it. Our business is Diversified Computer Services, and our domain we got way back in the early 90s, before internet was all still dial-up, you know. Yeah, back then. And so our domain name was diversifiedcomputer.com. And every single time I gave somebody my email address, I always had to spell out diversified. So, yeah, I tried to get DCS or DCSI.com, because it's Diversified Computer Incorporated. And so, yeah, wasn't going to get those domains. And so I figured, well, our main business is AS400s. So I got the domain DCS400. A lot easier. So yeah, we've had that domain for probably 5-6 years now. 7, maybe longer than that. I don't know. Man, I tell you, I'm 42, and you know this. People that are my age or older, it's like the faster you get, the faster time goes. It's like when you're in your 20s, between 20s and 30s, you get 30 and you're like, whoa, oh, that was kind of quick. And in your 30s and you get your 40s and you're, you know, cruising. You're cruising about 55, then you get a little older than that, and man, you're pretty much breaking the speed limit. So, yeah. Anyway, now, like I said, I was going to keep these videos to about 12 minutes or so. So I am going to go in. Hopefully Ian is out of the shower. I am going to go in and get cleaned up and go into the office and get some work done today. I am going to travel up to the Chicago area tomorrow for a like lunch or dinner and learn for this user group that I kind of joined not too long ago. And so yeah, I'm going to go up there, and actually I'm going to ask Shelby if she wanted to go. She's my 17-year-old daughter. And I said, hey Shelby, you want to go to Chicago? Stay out of school Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. Of course, she was all for that. So anyway, oh yeah, and I also went ahead and I got a domain, which is the name keepingon.com, because I thought that just fit our life and everything going on. We have just been keeping on. And I had an old coach, old Indian guy, Coach Kuntz, called him the Big Kahuna. He was a rough man. He was a kind man. He was a gentle man, but he was a heck of a football coach and a wrestling coach, track coach. But he always had this saying, you got to keep on keeping on. And so, yeah, that's why the name came for the domain and the channel, keepingon.com, because that's what we're doing. So anyway, till next one, just keep on keeping on.